Hey guys, today we're going to do a highlight halation tutorial directly in Premiere Pro. This is an effect that can be achieved in camera with the use of filters, but if you don't have time for that or discover it after the fact that you want that effect, here's a really good way to do it in Premiere Pro. So I'll show you the example and we'll dive right in. Let's do it. First thing you're going to do is you're going to duplicate your clips twice. So Alt drag, Alt drag, Alt drag, Alt drag. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab the track matte key effect and you're going to drag that onto the second video. You're going to go to Effect Controls, make sure it's set to Matte Luma, and for the matte you're going to set it to Video 3. Okay, now that we have that, we're gonna go up to our third layer and we're gonna go to brightness and contrast. We're gonna drag that onto the top layer. You're gonna go into Effect Controls, brightness to -100, contrast to +100. Let's shut off this layer so we can kind of see what that looks like. And you can see right now that we're getting mostly highlights in this video. We don't want the red, so we're gonna go to Effects, Tint. We're going to drag tint on top of that video, and there, we get rid of the red. Just to soften things out, I'm going to grab a Gaussian blur. I'm going to drag that on top, go to Effect Controls, and set this to maybe 16, and we're going to repeat edge pixels. The next thing you're going to do is grab that Gaussian blur. You're going to drag it onto the second video. You're going to go Effect Controls, and you're going to start blurring this. And you'll see, there we go. We're already starting to get the effect right here. The highlights, independent of the rest of the video, are getting that nice soft halation around the outside. So you can do this as much, you can blow it out, or as little as you want. I'm gonna make it subtle, because that would be the effect you'd get in camera. So we're gonna set that to 60. And this is the start of the effect. There's a lot of ways you can go with this. You can go back to your track matte. If you turn off the second layer, you can see what areas are going to be affected. So you can go into your brightness and contrast. You can turn that up if you want more areas to be affected. You can turn down the contrast too. That's a way to get it a little softer if you want. Turn down the brightness and up the contrast. And we'll see what that does to our video. Turn it off, turn it on. So you can see around the outside here. You're getting some nice, soft, hazy look. One more thing you can do is go over to blend mode, set the blend mode to screen, and that's just gonna soften it up just even more, make it a little more subtle, a little less in your face. You could also, if you want even more subtle, you can change the opacity down to 0, you can bring it up, and we'll turn it on and off so you can see what it looks like. Okay? So you can go as crazy as you want with this. I'll show you here on the second example. All I'm going to do right now is I'm going to copy those effects, paste it. Yep. Copy the top effects, paste it. Yep. Okay, so you can already start to see what's happening here. We're getting some haze around the lights and around her shirt here and on her face. We'll turn off the second layer so you can see what's happening. Maybe we'll grab just the highlights here, soften it up a bit, turn that off so we can see everything, and we have a nice glow. I'll make this full screen. A nice glow around the outside. You can see it around her fingers. You can see it on her hair right here. If you really want to blow everything out and you want all the shadows to be lifted, turn off your second so you can see what's going on, and then really turn down the contrast. That's going to really make the video glow, really give you that soft cinematic look. This might be too much. If it's too much for you, of course you can always go subtle. Subtle's better. Most of the time when I'm doing an effect, I go big, I go as aggressive as possible, and then I tone it back down until we get to, you know, what looks good or what looks natural. So right now I think this looks pretty natural. This looks like you shot it with one of those ProMist filters. Okay, so that was the quick tutorial on doing an easy highlight halation effect directly in Premiere Pro. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. I'm also streaming edits live on Twitch, so you can follow me at twitch.tv/CohenEdits. I hope to see you there. Thanks. Have a great day.